Okay, I'm gonna start a blog here or a video series or whatever. Just to get started here and get some history. I guess it's Am I Too Old to Ride? So I'm 50 years old in another month, and after some injuries 12 years ago, and then cancer, and battling through that, and sitting around and getting fat for another 4 or 5 years, and decided that I would go buy me a motorcycle. So went to South Carolina and picked up this 2009 KTM 250 XC. And while I'm eating right and getting into shape, I'm basically doing the same thing to the motorcycle. So up to this point, I've taken and putting a new fender on. I've taken the taillight fender off, saved that aside for in case I ride any enduros that require that. Leaving the headlight on for now. We'll see how that goes. I may order a number plate and replace that. What have I done to the bike so far? So other than the rear fender, just a few things. I put a vent cap here. I never liked the KTM vent hose going down through the frame and over the exhaust. I know nobody's ever had a issue with that, but it just seems like it could be an issue. Goofy things. I put some thumb savers on. I have taken the bike apart and gone through everything. The starter, of course, it's the old version starter. It has to be replaced. Other than that, the bike is sound. The swing arm is tight. I've also put I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of dark out here, but put a new cap on the brake reservoir, which I'm going to extend that to give it more capacity. And the extended one has heat shield or heat shrink, so it runs a little bit cooler. We'll see how that goes. I did get a case saver today to take this off and put the case saver over the clutch cylinder in case of a chain break. As you can see, I got it right here, but of course, my luck, it's the wrong one. So this will be going back and getting the correct one. Also have foot pegs that are, according to UPS, they're out for delivery. So I've got some oversized foot pegs to hold my 240-pound butt on this motorcycle. And of course, it's almost Christmas time, so my wife ordered me a pair of Tech 7 boots because when I sold everything before, I came back from a race and basically pushed it off my truck onto somebody else's truck and never went back for, it's been 10 or 11 years, maybe 12. One of the things I can tell you that I'm having troubles with is I wore an awry helmet, size extra large, to fit everybody says I got a melon head. But anyways, the new helmets, I can't even get a 2X on. So the sizing has changed with all the DOT and Snell and the MIPS that they're doing with these helmets. Most helmets out there, I can't even get a 2X over my head. My head hasn't grown. My belly has, but my head hasn't. So they're telling me that the sizing is different now, and I'm going to have to special order a 3X if I get some of those helmets that I can't seem to fit on my head. But rest assured, I will find the helmet. I was lucky. I had a knee injury several years ago, and I was lucky to find these RS7s. They were $189 new. I found these new, but they had been sitting back collecting dust in a shop, and I got them for $50. So it was only the left one, but that's the knee that I really need to take care of. So that gets me one knee brace closer to riding. Of course, got the old stock silencer up here, and starting to gather some KTM parts. Got a jet kit and a bolt kit, an extra throttle cable, which I'll probably go ahead and put that throttle cable on because the owner of this bike was the original owner, and he says he never replaced it. So better safe than sorry. I've had them break on me on the starting line, and it's not a good feeling. And by the way, when I say starting line and when I say racing, hare scramble racing is what I do. Enduros some. I'm a little bit too old for the motocrossing, so if they stick a little motocross track in a hare scramble race, I guess I'll have to roll over the jumps. Maybe not. I don't know. But that's what this bike is set up for. Of course, you can see, the damper and the bark busters. It is an XC. It was important for me to find an XC because I don't like the XCW gear ratio. It seems like you got a lunch break between second and third. Can't never seem to be in the right gear when you're going up and down trails in the woods on an XCW. So, but basically, this is the start, and I'll tune back in with another video later, maybe to give you guys an update on how my training's going, on how the bike's coming along. I really don't have a lot left to do to the bike. Like I say, I got foot pegs coming in, and I've got some breakaway levers coming in to get rid of these old crappy ones. But that's really about all I have left to do, other than the starter and put a case guard on. But just a few little things more, and then it's ready. I just don't know if I'm going to be ready. Been eating right, been drinking plenty of water, laying off the sugars. So hopefully when I do get back on this thing, I won't be in the woods laying dead with a heart attack. That's my goal. I'll check back in with another video soon. Until then, good riding, and everybody be safe.